Hi everyone. Now, I know the title of this video is a really strong claim, but I really stick by it 100%. It isn't clickbait. It may totally, completely change your life. For those of you that are new here, I'll just give you a little bit of background. My name's Faye. I am the mother of two beautiful little boys. One is 2 and one is 3. And my 3-year-old has an autism diagnosis. He's absolutely wonderful. I wouldn't change a single hair on his head. And if you would like to find a little bit more out about him, he's called Dexter, by the way, and you would like to follow our journey and his progress, then check out some of my other videos and feel free to subscribe. So one of the things I hear a lot from people when I post my videos is, how did you get to be so positive? I want to tell you something. I was not like this in the beginning. 3 things in particular helped me, and the thing that I'm going to offer you in this video is number 3. So just briefly, I'll go over the first couple of things. Number 1 was learning to shift my focus to what my son couldn't do to the things that he could do. Also to focus on his ability to learn and progress generally, rather than the speed at which he is learning to progress and the milestones he is hitting in comparison to other people. So that shift in thinking was number 1. Number 2, which is unsurprising given the name of this channel, was discovering the neurodiversity movement. Now, neurodiversity looks at autism as a neurological difference rather than a disorder. Part of discovering that movement was seeking out and gaining advice from autistic adults that have lived through exactly what our children are going through. The neurodiversity movement made me question everything, and in a really, really good way. I will put in the description of this video some links to some really good articles on the neurodiversity movement that you may find very interesting, so feel free to take a read of those if you have a minute. And the third thing is the thing this video is about. So let me take you back to the beginning, when I first contemplated the fact that my son might have autism, and it hit me like an absolute ton of bricks. I would be up all night, crying, Googling every autism trait known to man, watching YouTube videos that just made me freak out more, and terrified about my son's future. I spent so much of my time on forums and on Facebook groups looking for people in the same boat as me, and it was really hard to find those women because all of the groups were aimed at parents of children who were autistic, and I at that point didn't know if we fit into that. I didn't know if they were my people. I was in total limbo. I eventually found other mothers just like me who are in exactly the same boat. There are 8 of us, and these women changed my life. Dexter would have been about 16 months when I started connecting with these women. All of our kids are around the same age, and at the beginning they presented very similarly, and now they are so different from one another. Wonderfully diverse personalities, strengths, difficulties. They are such different children from one another. 7 out of 8 of them have an autism diagnosis now, and it really showed me how wide this spectrum is. But throughout the last 2 years, I have had the invaluable support that can only be given by people who are treading the same emotional path. And not only emotionally, but also these women have given me a ridiculous amount of practical support. I've applied for funding that I would have not known about without these women. I have made, school choices and been able to fight for things that I wouldn't have otherwise had the strength or knowledge to be able to fight for. So when I look through my video comments, and I don't always have time to respond to all of them, but believe me when I say I read every single comment. And there are some very common themes throughout. Emotions that everybody seems to be feeling. All the emotions I recognize because I felt them myself. Desperation, fear, and isolation. And that is a huge one. When you go through this, you feel completely alone, because all you do is you look around and all you see are typical children. I want you to not feel isolated in this, because you're not. Believe me, there are so many people walking this journey. It just doesn't feel like it. I have created a Facebook community that is intended for parents who are worried about autism in their children, whose children are very young or displaying traits and signs that they're concerned about, parents of newly diagnosed children who are feeling overwhelmed. Also, if you have a child, an older child with autism, and you've been through this yourself, your support is absolutely invaluable, and I would hugely appreciate the autistic perspective. If you are autistic and you have something you would like to say, if you can offer advice and support and help parents to raise children like the child that you were, I would just love you to be there and help guide us. If you want to connect with people like you and connect with myself as well, I want to talk to you all, I want to get to know you all and learn about your wonderful children and you know, how you raise them, and I want to ask you for advice. I don't know everything, I'm still learning too. So how do you join? Well, if you can either go to www.facebook.com/nurturing neurodiversity, all one word. That's the link to the page. On the page I will be sharing blog posts you might find helpful, links to other groups, lots of things that I hope will make you feel good. And then through the page you can find a link to the community where everybody can connect and chat, and I will start discussions on various topics. You can start discussions yourself. There are 2 questions you will need to answer to join the group. It's just kind of to weed out the internet weirdos that might worm their way in. You never know. The internet is a very strange place. I want to explain something really quickly. This group is intended as a space for parents to connect with each other who are open to raising autistic, possibly autistic or uniquely wired children in a positive and very accepting way. That being said, I know that this journey comes with negative emotions and fears, and I don't want to moderate anything like that. I want people to openly discuss and acknowledge how they are feeling. I really would not like any kind of cure talk in this group. I don't see our children as needing to be cured. And lastly, if you want to follow us on Instagram, I've had this Instagram page for a while now, but I don't really post on it because I don't really have any followers. But you know, if more of you are interested in finding out more about Dexter, I can share Instagram stories and photos on there really easily. It's easier for me to do it on that than to make a big video and edit it and post it on YouTube. So if you want to follow us on Instagram, we are on Instagram, nurturing_neurodiversity. That is a mouthful. I'm really excited. I'm a little bit nervous that nobody will join. Please join, and I'll be back with another video soon. Thank you. Bye.